Welcome to my YouTube channel Raw Code. In this video, we are going to make a timer or a stopwatch. So you can see on the screen, we have a timer. If we write any timing like 120 second, you can see we start it and the timer is running. If we go on the stopwatch, then you can see we can start the stopwatch like this. And also we have a lab function in the stopwatch. Yeah. So let's build it. Yes, and I am using with TypeScript. So npx create new vid at latest. This is my npm package I built in this video. So go and check it out. After it, the project name is dot slash, and I am using the TypeScript and Tailwind CSS, but not the settings UI. So let it install. After installation, also install the npm I save dev at types slash node. Okay, slash node. So after this one, app delete the app.css. Okay, and in the app.tsx, remove all the unused part. So I am removing all the UI part and also this user state and build the UI. So div before building the UI, run the development server npm run dev. After it, give a class name to the container div. Class name is like minimum h is screen and flex call also the items center and justify center. Also the background color is gray 100 and padding is going to 4. Okay. Under it, make a h1 tag, uh, give a class name like text 3xl and font is going to bold and also the margin bottom is 4. So under it, multi function timer. So yeah, after it, below this h1, create a div and give a class name. Okay, give a class name is like class name is based on the active state. So let me first use a use state that is active tab and set active tab, and by default it's on the timer or make it count down here, and the type of this user state is string. Okay, after it, in this one, okay, make it like this, and here the class is flex a space x is 4. Okay, a space x is 4 and margin bottom is going to 6. Yeah, and okay, this one I don't think I need to use the user state here, so remove it. Under this div, create a button. So for create a button, yeah. So for that button, we need the username. So user state. So the class name is going to like this, and it's px4 and also the py2 and rounded. After it, dollar sign and curly braces. In this, when the active tab is equal to countdown, count down. Okay, so the background color is going to blue 500. Make it like this under a string. Okay, this one. And if the active state is not equal to countdown, then make the background color is gray 300. Yeah, that's it. After it, also we have to make a on click function. So the on click function do like here. If we go to localhost, yeah, so the on click function do the set the active tab to this countdown. Okay, so make a on click function, and in this one, like set active tab is countdown. Yes, and under this button we have to write the countdown timer. Yes, below this we have to create a new button again, and this button is going to be for the stopwatch, and also the class name is going to like previous one, and the I think the same thing, but px is going to 4 and py is going to 2, and rounded, and also the curly braces under it if the active tab is equal to okay, a stopwatch, then the background color is going to blue 500, otherwise the background color is going to gray 300. So gray 300. Yeah, that's it. And also make a okay, make a on click function here. So for the on click event under this function, we set the active tab to a stopwatch. A stopwatch. So let's check it out. By default, it's timer, and we click on a stopwatch. You can see it changes. So yeah, that's it. After it, after the button, we have to set the active tab status. What to show below this button. So for that, in the src folder, we have to create a new folder called components. Okay. In the components, we have to create uh, a new file, a new component called countdown timer.tsx, like this. Yeah. So here first do a RAFC and remove this React part, and under this div we have to use some UI like okay, so the text is going to in the center, and us first import it here. So in below this div, yeah, below this div, we have to, if the active state is equal to countdown, and okay, we have only two. One is countdown, one is a stopwatch. So yeah, if this one, then render the countdown. Okay, this countdown timer. Otherwise, okay, for now, give it this. So this is a stopwatch, this is countdown timer. In countdown timer, let's write something and see. Yeah, it's rendering. So text is going to in the center, and under this give a h2, and the class name is going to like text2xl and py2 Okay, the margin bottom is 2 here, margin bottom 2, and right count down, timer. Yeah, below this create a div, and class name is going to text for Excel, and margin bottom is 4. So here we have to show the what the time left yet. So for that, 60 second, like this, yeah, and below this div create a button. So class name of the button is going to px4, py2, bg is going to green 500, and text is going to white, and rounded. Also the margin right is 2. Okay, that's it. And yeah, we have to render it on the active state. So it's going to be the start. If the timer is already started, so we have to show the pause button. If the timer is not already started, then we have to show the start button like this. So make the function for timing. So for that, import the use state first. So for the const time left and set time left, yeah, it's going to be use state, and after it, also the const is active, is active, or set is active, it's going to be right now false. And also import the use effect hook. In the use effect hook, we have to run. So let timer is equal, okay, timer type is going to be node.js dot timeout. Okay, node.js dot timeout. And here, if is active and time is left is greater than 0, then timer, okay, timer is equal to set interval under this function, and under this the function we set the time left to be the previous one, whatever we have previously, and it's going to be -1. So previous -1, and 1000. So 1000 means 1 second in Node.js. So else, if also, if it is not active, okay, not active, and okay, and time left is not equal to 0, then clear timer. Okay, so there is an error, and okay, so we make it for undefined. It is a type of Node.js.timeout or the undefined. Okay, after it we have to clear it. So return, okay, in this function clear the interval, and that is going to be timer. Okay, and this function is run on each active and time left. Yeah, that's it, I think. So remove this and type time left. It's going to be in seconds, and in the start button we have to use it like this. Okay, is active is active, then it's a pause button. Otherwise, it's a start button. Okay, and below this button, we have one more button. Uh, that is for reset. Yeah. So button give a class name. It's same px4 py2, and the background color is going to red 500, and the text is going to white, also the rounded, and that's it. So okay, we have to make a on click function here in the previous button and also on the second button. So on click event, in the on click event we use the set is active to the not is active, means it going to, if the is active is false, then it's going to be true. If the true is active is true, then it's going to be false, like this. And we make a on click on the second button, and here we have to set two things. First is set is active is going to false, and also okay, it's like this one, and also set the time left, it's going to be default is 60. And so yeah, so the button name is reset. So yeah, let's check it out. Yeah, this is a start and reset. So if we click on a start, you can see the timer is running and it's going to be pause. So pause it, timer is a stop. If we start again, then timer is there. Okay, and reset it. So I think we have to include a input box here, so user can type the time whatever the user want, and for that. Okay, so let's uh, okay, so we have to make it in the countdown dot timer. So for that, create a new const, and it's going to be input time, and yeah, it's going to not the type of a string, it's going to type of number, and by default it is 60. Okay, and after it, in the before the timer running, we have to create a label first. So in the label and HTML for timer time input, and also the class name is going to like block, text is going to large, and margin bottom is 2, and under this label set time in seconds. So make this like this in seconds, and below it create an input, type is number, and id is going to be time input, and okay, the value is going to be input time, and also in the on change we have the event, and set the input time in the number, so it's going target dot value. Okay, so also give a class name for this input, so it's look great. Px is going to 4, py is going to 2, and it's a border, also It's a border, and border color is going to be gray, 300, and also a rounded. Okay, that's it. And we have to use also a disabled option. So we have to disable it when the each active state is true. So yeah, that's it. And I think it's great now. So let's try it. This is 60 seconds. Make it 120 and start the timer. Okay, it's not. So make it like this. Okay. Okay, we only change the input time. We have to also change the function. So for that, we use in the use effect. Okay, if is active and time left is greater than 0, then timer is equal to set interval and set time left is previous minus 1000. Else if so, here is going to be okay time left. So also make a function called const handle start. So in this function, we set the time left into input time and also the set is active to true. Then after the setting the is active to true, the use effect is running. So implement this function on the start button. Okay, in the start button, so remove all these, make handle a start. Yeah, handle a start. And also we have to make a disable button. So disabled is going to it's active when it's active. So disable it. Actually, remove this. Okay. Actually, we have to render this button when is active is false. When the is active is false, only then render this button. Otherwise not. So we have to reset button. We have to add one more button called the button, and it is for pause. And okay, so the class name is going to about to same px4 py2, and make the background color to yellow 500, and the text is going to white, and also after that rounded, and margin right is 2, and yeah, make a on click button here. So in the on click, uh, set the is active to not is active. So it makes the is active to false if it is already true. If it is already false, then it makes the is active button to true. Okay. So, so also make a disabled. So for that, uh, time left is going to, if it's 0, then disable this button. And what to write under this? So for that, if it's active, then pause, otherwise resume. Yeah, that's great. And okay, that's it. So let's check it out. Okay, this is the green resume and reset. Resume button is BG yellow, okay, and this is for a start. So green, this is for a start, but is active is false. And okay, we have to write the start here. Okay, yeah. So I start it. You can see it's working. Pause it, reset, and make it 1 to 0. I start it. Yeah, you can see our timer is working. So let's make the stopwatch. So for the stopwatch, we have to make a new component like this countdown timer. So let's make it a new component called stopwatch.tsx. Okay, make a RAFCE and remove this React import React part, and in this first make the user state for the time, yes, and the set time is going to use a state, and it is a type of number. So yeah, 0 by default is 0 because it's a stopwatch. And also make the each active like previous one. So each active and set each active is going to be false. And for the stopwatch, we also make the lapse. So const lapse and set lapse. So yeah, that's it. It's going to be a type of number with arrays. Yeah, and after it, go to the this part, the UI part. Make a class name. Text is going to center, and under this div, make a h2 and class name. Okay, the class name is going to text to Excel and MB2. Under this, write a stopwatch. We are using the stopwatch. Make another div below the h2. Give a class name is text going to be for Excel and MB is 4. Okay, 4. And what here is time in seconds. Okay, and below this create a button is like the is active. If it's active, then it's pause, otherwise start. And okay, make a class name for the button. So class name is going to px4 py2, and bg is going to green 500, and the text is white and rounded, and also margin right is going to 2. Okay, make a on click is simple. It makes the active state set each active state to opposite of this. So not is active. Okay, if it is true, then it's make the false. If it's false, then it makes the true. After the button, we have to make another button for the laps. So that is going to lap, and class name is going to about to say py2, and the bg is going to blue 500, and text is white. Also the rounded and margin right is going to 2. Okay, this one. And in the on click, we have to make a function for lab. So let's ignore it for now. After it, one more button for the resetting the timer. So make a class name. Class name is px4 py2 bg is going to read 500 and text is white, also the rounded. Okay, in the on click function we have to set some uh, okay, this is a function, yeah. So we have to set the each active to false. Also, we have to set the time and lapse to empty. Time to 0 and set lapse to a empty array like this. And we have reset under this button. So reset here, and I think that's it. Okay, we have to show the lapse. So below this button, create a new div, and okay, the class name is going to magenta 4. Under this div we have h3 is going to text excel mb2. Okay, and it's a labs. We have list under it, so list, and class name is going to list decimal. Okay, and nothing else, and make a labs dot map, and we have lap type of any, and index, which is a type of number, and after it simply return the li tag. So key is going to be the index, and under the li tag simply return the uh, lap with in the second. Okay, so write the function now. In the function, first we have to import the use effect hook. So yeah, use effect hook. Let the interval, it is a type of Node.js timeout or undefined, and if is active, then set the interval is equal to set interval. It's a function. Under it set the time, whatever time we have, and from the previous one, so from the previous one we have to increase here, so increase it, and 1000, this is the 1000 means 1 second. Okay, that's it here, and else actually I we don't have to in so here return it, and the simply clear interval, and that's the interval. And in the dependency we have to use the ejective. Okay, and yeah, for the laps we have to handle lap is equal to this one, and it simply set the laps whatever we have the previous laps and with the newer time, so it's pushed. Okay, handle lap, so lap button on the on click, simply handle lap. Yes, that's it. So let's check it out in the stopwatch. Okay, we have a stopwatch, but time, we have time, and time is by default 0. So let's refresh this page and see a stopwatch. Okay, we have something error here. Okay, so the error is in the app.tsx. So we have to import the stopwatch timer, stopwatch component. So this is the stopwatch component from the component. and now you can see, yeah. So let's start it. You can see the timer is increasing. Laps, you can see we have a lap at 3 seconds, we have a lap at 7 seconds, we have a lap at 8 seconds, and also the 11 second. Yeah, if we reset, then it resets. You can start the timer and pause the timer in the countdown. You can set the timer and start the timer. So for the countdown timer, and in the stopwatch, you can see you can use it for the stopwatch. Yeah, that's it for today. If you like this video, then like this video, subscribe my channel, and also share this video with your friends. And if you want to make any contribution in this project, then project link in the description. Also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. All links in the description, also flashing on the screen. Thank you.